They say women are mysterious, and guess what? Science agrees. But once you hear these facts, you'll never look at the word female the same way again. And if you find even one fact shocking, you owe me a like. Deal? All right, let's go. Women are more likely to experience a second puberty in their 30s. That's right. Hormonal changes around 35 can change skin, hair texture, and even body shape. Again. Surprise! Puberty, Season 2. A woman's brain actually gets rewired during pregnancy, and it doesn't go back. Scientists have found structural changes in brain regions responsible for empathy, emotional control, and social interactions. Motherhood literally changes the brain's architecture. The muscles in the female pelvic floor are stronger and more complex than in males, so much so that trained women can crack open a walnut using just those muscles. No hands. Just physics and terrifying strength. Women's tears contain trace chemicals that reduce testosterone in men. Yes, science has found that when a man smells emotional tears, it can dull his arousal and drop his aggression. Some women can smell fear. A 2010 study showed women are better than men at detecting emotional scents, like fear or anxiety, just from sweat samples. So next time you lie, remember, she may not say anything, but she knows. There's a medical condition where a woman can spontaneously lactate without being pregnant or even ever having a child. It's called galactorrhea, caused by hormone shifts, stress, or even watching someone else's baby cry. Women are more likely to experience phantom kicks years after giving birth, sensations that feel exactly like a baby kicking, but there's no baby there. The uterus just remembers. Female bodies are biologically more resistant to radiation than male bodies. That's why NASA prefers female astronauts for deep space missions, less DNA damage from cosmic rays. Women are more likely to survive extreme cold. Their bodies shift blood to protect vital organs faster and more efficiently, like a built-in emergency protocol. There are rare cases of women with two uteruses. Some even get pregnant in both at the same time, with different due dates. Imagine scheduling 2 baby showers for the same body. Hold up. If you learned something new, you officially owe me a like. And that subscribe button? Just tap it. It's free and super easy. Some women hear music differently depending on their menstrual cycle. Estrogen affects the auditory nerve, which means the same song can sound off depending on the day. So yes, maybe she did hate that playlist today. There are conditions where women are born without a uterus or vagina, but still have fully functioning ovaries. These women appear outwardly typical and may not even discover it until adulthood. It's called MRKH syndrome. A woman's sense of smell can predict genetic compatibility. Studies found that women are more attracted to the scent of men with different immune system genes. Your body knows who to swipe right on, literally. During orgasm, the female brain shows a deactivation of the fear and anxiety centers. It's one of the few times the brain almost shuts off self-awareness. For a moment, she's just free. Some women experience spontaneous orgasms without stimulation, caused by certain nerve conditions, anxiety disorders, or even brushing their teeth with an electric toothbrush. The female liver processes alcohol slower due to lower levels of an enzyme called ADH. That's why one glass of wine might hit her harder than it hits you. Women's fingerprints are slightly different than men's, narrower ridges and different ridge density. Forensic experts can often guess gender just from a print. Some women can be born with no vaginal opening at all, yet still have periods. This condition is called imperforate hymen, and the blood builds up inside the body because it has nowhere to go. Many don't find out until their teens, when intense pain finally leads to diagnosis and surgery. There's a rare genetic condition called chimerism, where a woman can carry 2 completely different sets of DNA, one set from herself, the other from a vanished twin in the womb. She's literally 2 people in one. There are women who naturally produce a substance in their sweat that smells exactly like cheese. This is due to a rare genetic trait affecting their apocrine glands, making their body odor unusually strong and distinctive, kind of like a living cheese factory. Women are more likely to experience synesthesia, a condition where senses blend, like hearing colors or tasting sounds. Breast milk contains stem cells that can adapt to the baby's needs. If the baby is sick, the mother's milk changes in real time to give more antibodies, like custom medicine made on demand. In Iceland, 100% of babies are born in hospitals, but nearly all births are assisted by female midwives. Women helping women, generation after generation. A woman's core body temperature rises during ovulation. That's why some women can predict fertile days without a test kit, just a thermometer. There's a hormone surge just before menstruation that can increase reaction time and coordination. Some female athletes plan intense workouts during this window, nature's hidden boost. In rare cases, a female fetus can get pregnant while still in the womb if she absorbs her twin's reproductive organs. It's extremely rare, but medically documented. Women are more likely to develop Alzheimer's, but they're also more likely to hide the symptoms longer. Their verbal memory masks the early signs, confusing diagnosis. In tribes of the Amazon, there are rituals where young girls temporarily go blind during menstruation, caused by medicinal herbs. The tradition is rooted in ancient beliefs about inner vision. Female kangaroos can pause their pregnancies if the environment is harsh. Human women can't do that. But there's research showing extreme stress can delay ovulation by weeks. Women are more sensitive to the sound of a baby crying, even if they've never had one. It's so wired into the brain. Some women wake up from sleep faster than men just hearing it faintly. If you're still with me, you're officially cooler than 99% of viewers. Drop a like, click subscribe, and I promise your recommended feed will level up immediately. Some women get blue-tinted breast milk. It can be caused by diet, medication, or extra antibodies, and it's still safe for babies. When breastfeeding, a woman's brain releases dopamine and oxytocin, hormones that reduce pain, lower stress, and even help bond with the baby. It's emotional medicine on tap. Women have higher resting heart rates, but their hearts are more efficient under physical strain. That's why fit women can outpace equally fit men during endurance. Female intuition isn't just a myth. Women have a larger, more active anterior cingulate cortex, responsible for empathy and social awareness. That gut feeling? Backed by neuroscience. Some women can hear their own heartbeat louder than others, especially during pregnancy. The body's blood volume increases, making internal sounds more intense. There are cases where women never know they're pregnant until delivery. It's called cryptic pregnancy. No symptoms, no bump. And then, surprise, it's a baby. Women's bones are more flexible due to estrogen. While men's bones are stronger, female bones can bend more under pressure, less breakage, more bounce. There are over 5,000 slang words for vagina across languages, because apparently the world is too shy to just say the real thing. When women flirt, their pupils dilate, their blink rate changes, and their voice pitch rises slightly, all subconsciously. The body literally flirts on its own. Some cultures used to believe that women's menstrual blood could kill crops or sour wine, which is totally false but shows how ancient societies were terrified of female biology. The female heart is more likely to break, literally. There's a condition called broken heart syndrome that affects more women, often after emotional trauma. It mimics a heart attack but usually heals. Your female ancestors were survivors. Every woman alive today comes from a line of women who successfully gave birth through plagues, wars, and disasters. You're built from centuries of strength. A female body produces enough estrogen in her lifetime to fill an entire teaspoon. Sounds tiny? That's how potent hormones are. A teaspoon can change everything. Women are more likely to remember emotionally charged images, and longer. That's why that one embarrassing thing you did in 2014 still haunts her dreams. Some women lactate during sex. It's rare, but real, because of nipple stimulation and oxytocin release. In the womb, baby girls produce all the eggs they'll ever have, millions of them. By birth, they lose most and are left with about 1 million. Still more than enough. Women's dreams are more vivid, emotional, and involve more conversation. They're also more likely to dream about people they know, because even in sleep, women care. There are women who experience sexual arousal during workouts, especially core exercises. It's called coregasm and can trigger spontaneous climax without any touch. Gym time just got weird. There are real medical cases where women's menstrual blood flowed from their eyes or ears. It's called vicarious menstruation, where blood exits through other organs due to microscopic endometrial cells scattered around the body. Yeah, periods through the eyes. Digest that. Some women literally get drunk from eating carbs or sugar. Their guts ferment food into alcohol, a condition called autobrewery syndrome. Yes, a cinnamon roll can get her tipsy. That's it for today. See you again in another interesting video. Take care.